Let me proceed. Mr. Ogada, it is true that you received 823,324 to travel to Dubai on a trip on 23rd of October 2020. Is that correct?
That's not correct.
Mr. Ogada, you received from the Nairobi City County Assembly 823,324 to travel to Dubai.
Just answer, is it yes or
yes. No? Mr. Ogada, did you travel to Dubai?
Let's proceed to the other thing.
Mr. Ogada, did you travel to Dubai?
Your mic has a problem because we can't.
Mr. Speaker, what I'm saying is we are engaging in a sideshow. That's a sideshow.
Just answer the question and we'll go.
Yes.
Just answer the question so that we are able to make progress.
Mr. Speaker, as a Vice Chair of Budget Committee and the members of Budget Committee, we were given a trip to travel for a study to Dubai. And because of the engagement, I did a letter to the Chief Officer Finance asking him that I will be attending the next meeting because I was totally engaged on the case in front of us. So I did not manage to travel, but we agreed that I will be traveling for the next training.
Mr. Ogada, those are public funds that you received for a specific trip. You've accused His Excellency the Governor, while standing there, that he misused public funds. He pocketed, allegedly, public funds. And allegedly he's facing criminal offenses for public funds. You yourself, have you returned a penny of that money for not traveling? I think, Mr. Speaker, sir, we have all these whispers going on there with Mr. Njiro. I'll beg your indulgence, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Order.
Mr. Speaker, I want to repeat this again. This is a very important procedure or process in the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. The question is, should a witness be assisted by the attorney? I mean, every question, yes, the witness is seeking clarification on how to answer the question from the lawyer. Should that proceed really as that?
But that the attorney is there to assist the...
No.
Yes, Senator Langat.
I tend to think that to allow us to move on, I tend to think that some questions require only yes or no, and it's so simple that does not require any consultation from somebody. And this is something that did you go? It is yes or no, because you could not ask, did I go? So it's so simple.
Witness, I have directed that you answer the questions that you're asked. Give any answer. Leave the conclusions to the court. The senators will get, this is unanswered. We will look at what you responded to, and that will assist us in arriving at a conclusion. So just answer what you can answer. What you cannot answer, say you're not able to answer, so that it's also on record.
Much obliged.
Yeah. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg. But again, during cross-examination, my learned friend Mr. Njiro should stay put. He will assist his counsel, his witness, in re-exam, if any. Mr. Speaker, sir, I've only asked 4 questions in a space of 22 minutes. Yes, Mr. Ogada, have you returned a penny of that money?
Senator Mogeni, what's your...
Mr. Speaker, you know, we are doing...
You are off the record.
Am I off? Yeah.
You are, okay.
Mr. Speaker, as Senator Rengo rightly put it when we began these proceedings, these are time-bound proceedings. And looking at the demeanor of the witness, if it takes 5 minutes to answer one question, which requires yes or no, we may never come to an end to these proceedings. I urge you, Mr. Speaker, to remind the witness that we don't have the luxury of time. When he's asked, if you ask me whether I've refunded money, I'll tell you yes or no. Then we'll draw conclusions ourselves. But you should not take 5 minutes to answer a very simple question. It's not fair.
But Mr. Speaker,
Proceed. Let's minimize the interventions.
Only one guidance, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
That Mr. Kinyanjui does not appear to approbate the witness, so that the witness can stick to the relevancy of the question before the Assembly.
The relevancy will come in submissions, Mr. Speaker. I think Mr. Njeri is interrupting me endlessly, and I stand guided. Have you returned a penny of the money that you took from the County Assembly?
No.
Mr. Ogada, you have therefore unlawfully appropriated 823,000 from the City County Assembly. That's correct?
No.
Mr. Ogada, it is true that you have been summoned by the DCI to answer on these issues.
No.
Mr. Ogada, are you aware that the alleged motion which you based your impeachment proceedings upon was not a live motion because it was an earlier motion by Honorable Peter Imwatok dated the 20th of February 2020 to impeach the governor?
This is a totally different motion. It is not the same one.
You look at the date of your motion. What is it dated?
The motion was on 3rd of December.
The motion is dated 25th of November 2020. Mr. Ogada, that's correct? That's correct.
That's notice. That's notice of motion.
The notice of motion.
The motion was done on 3rd.
Yes. Yeah. Did that notice of motion have any other document accompanying it when you lodged it?
Yes, we had the signatures of the members.
The signatures of the members?
Yes.
Do you have a copy of that before this Honorable Senate?
Yeah.